Hey everybody, today my neighbor gave me a Ryobi 15 amp 10-inch table saw. He says it doesn't work. He says it's got a fairly new blade on it. Yes, definitely sharp. And he says it doesn't work. So we're gonna figure out what's going on. I haven't plugged it in or done anything yet. As you can see, there's the plug. I haven't done anything yet. The safety's in there. Let me get an extension cord to run out here and let's see exactly if it works or not. And I might pull the blade off just to make it safer for operation, to figure out what's going on with it. So let me get an extension cord out here and we'll figure out if it works or not, or what's going on with this thing. Got an extension cord. And I tested it to make sure it had power. It has power. Let's plug it in. We're plugged in and nothing. Yeah, that's all loose without the safety in. Put the safety in and it feels like the switch is working, but nothing's happening. So as you can see, the power cord runs into this box where the on-off switch is, and that actually feels okay. And then it runs out and goes to the motor. I don't see any other safety devices. I'm gonna get a Phillips screwdriver. Let's unscrew this and let's take a look at the switch. I've got it unplugged for safety reasons. Let me get the Phillips screws out. Okay, I got the screws out of the switch, and there's not enough cordage to come through here, and then the back of the box came through, and it looks like it's just a normal switch here. And I went ahead and took the blade off. He didn't give me the tools, so there's a wrench that slides in here that holds the motor while you unscrew this counterclockwise to get the nut off. So I went ahead and I took the blade off. There's the blade. It's safer to get the blade out of here. So now I'm gonna have to get this box down, and I'm gonna have to figure out where the power wires run in and figure out which wires which, get my multimeter out, and let's check and see if it's working properly. Maybe take this off also to give me a little bit extra. Hopefully this cord will be able to push in here. I'll get these two screws out. Of the cord here. Let's go. There we go. All right, well, we got it pulled down. Let me push this forward. There we go. So the power wires come in on, so this wire here and this green wire here and a black wire there, which is funny that it's got 3 wires because, oh, it's broken. It is broken. So the ground is broken on here. So yep, we got black is hot, green is ground, and white is neutral. And it looks like they're actually switching. Yep, as a safety precaution, they're switching both the hot and the neutral across the switch. All right, I think that goes into that one, and that goes, yep, that's exactly right. So this is the neutral coming into the switch and then coming back out, and this is the hot coming into the switch and back out on the other side. Let me plug it in, get on my multimeter, and see if we're getting the proper voltage inside at the switch. Okay, I got my multimeter out. We have it set on AC voltage, 200 volts. It's on, you can read it, 0000. And we have the common plugged in, and we have it in the volt section. Okay, so now we'll plug the unit back in, and we will check and see if we have power at this two spot. Look at the meter. Okay, we have power going into the switch, which is good. That tells me that the cord is good. So now we need to almost need 3 hands for this. So now I'm going to see if there is power coming out of the switch. So right now the switch is off. I'm going to go ahead and put my test lead on the one side, if I can get in there. Yep, I'm in there, and I'm in there, and as you see right now we're showing no voltage. Let's flip the switch on. Okay, the switch is good. We have power going into the switch, we have power coming back out of the switch. So now from there, the power wire comes back out of the switch box here and runs right into the motor. So pretty much the motor's gone. The motor is bad. Something's happened to the motor. Let's give it a little tap. Let's give it a little spin. That does not sound good. So unfortunately, since the switch is good, go ahead and reach down there and unplug it, please. We'll unplug it for safety. All right, so now that we have it unplugged, the motor's bad. Obviously the motor's bad. This saw is probably not worth putting a motor into. It looks like he's gotten his use out of it.
Looks pretty beat.
It's pretty beat. So unfortunately, I think this one, it's plastic. Does it even have a metal table at the top?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it's got some type of cast table at the top. I think this one's just going to go in the trash. I really don't feel like pulling the motor apart and figuring out that the windings are bad. I don't think it's the brushes. If it was the brushes, you'd be able to spin it over a little bit and get it to get it to do something. So, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will pull the motor off. How hard is it to get the motor off of this thing? I doubt it. All right, everybody. I think we're going to leave it at this. This Ryobi saw, the motor's bad. If it's the brushes, still it needs brushes, and they're not really there is no place to replace the brushes on this motor. The motor's probably not serviceable. It needs a motor. It'd just be better for you just to buy a whole new saw on these. All right, everybody, I'm gonna leave it at this. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that in that corner down there. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please give me a thumbs down if you don't like the videos. Please like and share.